Hey guys, welcome back to the Savage Omega build series where I provide the best builds to efficiently and safely farm Savage Omega. In each episode, I walk you through how to dodge attacks, maximize your damage, and clear hunts without carding, covering all 14 weapons in Monster Hunter Wilds. And today, we're looking at one of the most busted weapons in the entire game, the Dual Blades. We've already covered some incredibly strong weapons against Omega like Heavy Bowgun, Light Bowgun, and the Insurrection Bow, but Dual Blades, they are absolutely S tier. This weapon brings insane burst damage, lightning fast mobility, and some of the best defensive options you could ask for. And the crazy part, you can completely wipe out Savage Omega with just 2 simple combos. That's all it takes. This is the first time we're featuring Dual Blades on the channel, but definitely not the last. We're gradually introducing all 14 weapons, and Dual Blades earns its spot near the top, not just because of its raw power, but because of how easy it is to pick up. Even if you've never used this item weapon before, I'll show you exactly what to do to start farming Savage Omega with this setup. So, for this build, we're running a few things. Thunder Attack 3 for elemental damage, Mind's Eye for more damage, Agitator and Latent Power level 5 for raw damage and affinity increases. As for sharpness management, Handicraft level 5 and Razor Sharp level 3. And then, for utility and survivability, Quick Sheath level 3 and Evading Center level 2 for fluid movement and survivability. And for support, Wide Range level 5 with Speed Eating level 3. And here's the strategy behind it, with the wide range. It's just, Dual Blades drain stamina fast. So while you're recovering and, you're out of demon mode to recover your stamina, you can use that downtime to heal your teammates, making you both a DPS and a support at the same time. And with Stamina Surge 3, your stamina will bounce back quickly. And thanks to Quick Sheath 3 and Speed Eating 3, you'll be able to heal fast and jump right back into the fight. It's super optimized, high burst, high sustain, and high utility all in one. Oh, and we're also running Burst 1 just to squeeze out an extra bit of DPS efficiency. Alright, with that being said, let's move on to the table of contents and see what's coming up in this video. Alright guys, so here's the table of contents. So, if you're already familiar with the Dual Blades playstyle, or you're confident in how to handle this matchup with Dual Blades, you can skip straight to the build section using the timestamp below. But, if you really want to see how to farm Savage Omega efficiently, how to position, how to dodge, and make the most out of this setup, then definitely stick around for the playstyle guide. I'll walk you through every step so you can basically get consistent clears and squeeze out the maximum value from this build. Alright guys, so let's get into the hunt. So, at the very start of the battle, you want to approach Omega and immediately use your palm motif to get some quick early DPS in. So, Omega usually opens up with Rocket Punch, so if you're not in a good position just yet, you can use your throwing knives to pop them safely from a distance. And now, Dual Blades actually has a specific attack that lets you completely ignore those rocket punches, and I'll show you them in just a second. But once you're in position, you want to lurk around Omega's forelegs and look for a good opening before activating your demon mode, because your first goal is to build your demon gauge, and to do that, you need to use attacks that don't consume the gauge. So the combo that we're going to be working with is, once you activate your demon mode, Demon Flurry Rush into Rising Slash into Demon Fangs into 2-fold Demon Slash into 6-fold Demon Slash. On repeat, that's it. So we always start off with Demon Flurry Rush because it's an amazing opener. It closes the gap fast and keeps you glued onto the monster. And as you can see in the clip below, it's simple to execute and extremely safe. Each hit in the combo has just enough end lag for you to dodge out at any time, making it one of the most safest sequences you can run. So again, activate demon mode, then press circle, triangle, 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 just keep pressing triangle. That's literally all you need to do to fill up your gauge. Step 1, activate demon mode. Step 2, execute the combo. You've already done half of the playstyle right there. Now, one important thing, you want to make sure you're in range before entering to demon mode. The moment you activate it, your stamina is draining, so you're on a timer to finish your combo and fill your gauge. Don't rush it. Close the distance first and then go in. So once your demon gauge is full, start the next combo the same way, Demon Flurry Rush, but then press triangle plus circle to activate Blade Dance level 1. Now, let's talk about Blade Dance. Unlike your first combo, Blade Dance is a complete opposite. You're stationary during those animations and you cannot dodge out of them. The animation lasts about 1.5 seconds, so this is where Omega can punish you if you're careless. But the trade-off is massive because you're unleashing an insane amount of burst damage in a short window. This attack series is where the DPS truly comes from. It's what makes Dual Blades absolutely busted, just like the Insurrection Bow. The reason why the Insurrection Bow was so powerful is because you can dump huge amounts of damage in seconds. Even though you're vulnerable, you hit so hard that you can still get out, relatively safe. So Once you're in the Blade Dance combo, here's the full sequence. Press R2 after each attack. Blade Dance 1, R2, Demon Flurry 1, R2, Blade Dance 2, R2, Demon Flurry, R2, Blade Dance 3, R2. Literally, once you get into the Blade Dance 1's combo, just keep pressing R2 to do the full combo. That's the entire combo. That's literally all you need to melt Savage Omega. Just those two combos. Two simple combos. That's, you know, the safe one to build your gauge, and then the Blade Dance loop to delete his health bar. I've wanted to introduce dual blades to this channel for so long, and now you see its full potential. It's clear why it's S tier. It's powerful, it's fluid, and it's unbelievably fun to play. It's one of my favorite weapons. Just that it's been hard to introduce it because there's been so many weapons I have to cover and a lot of requests from the audience. But alright, now let's move on to some additional tactics and advanced tips to make this weapon even deadlier against Savage Omega. Now, let's talk about Omega's attacks and how Dual Blades handles each of them. First up is Flamethrower. So Dual Blades actually has one of the easiest time dodging this move. The dodge itself is short and extremely precise, so don't risk overshooting and rolling straight into the flames. That said, I don't recommend trying to dodge through the attack. It's just not worth the risk. Instead, focus on repositioning and getting out of the danger zone entirely. Keep your distance, reset your stamina, and re-engage once the flames subside. Next, let's cover Laser Beam attack. So whenever Omega performs a sidestep while tossing out multiple mortar fire shots, that's your cue that he's setting up for his Laser Beam attack. The pattern here is going to be pretty simple. He tries to knock you down with the mortar fire, then track you with the laser as you get up, catching you up for a guaranteed hit. You know, that's Omega's setup. So whenever you see that animation, move quickly to his side and do not stay in front of him. You can punish after the laser, but just be cautious. Dual Blades attacks naturally push you forward, and it's easy to drift into the beam if you're not careful. Keep your positioning tight and punish only when you're sure the laser is finished. And then finally, let's go over rocket punchers. Early on, you can use your throwing knives to pop them safely, but once your demon gauge is partially filled, you can use Blade Dance instead, and the hitboxes on Blade Dance 1 is wide enough that you will actually destroy incoming rocket punches mid-attack. And here's a small but important tip. While attacking, use focus mode to aim your strikes precisely, because during Blade Dance, you need to make sure that you activate the focus strike and tilt your aim slightly upward so you can get the rocket punches. This will let you pop the rocket punches as you attack, keeping the pressure on Omega while maintaining full control over the fight. Next, let's talk about Starbird and Labored Wave Cannon, two of Omega's most common beam attacks. So here's how you read them. Whenever Omega performs Labored Wave Cannon, the beam fires from the left side, which is your right side. So whenever he performs Starbird, the beam fires from his right side, which is your left side. So in this clip below, Omega is using Starbird, which means the beam will fire to your left. All you need to do is move to his opposite side and dodge underneath him to avoid the beam entirely. It's a simple, consistent dodge pattern once you know which side he's targeting. Now, when Omega starts doing his charge attack in this area, pay attention to his movement and aggro direction, because if he charges at another hunter or moves into a new area, be ready to use the environment, because you can easily catch him in an environmental trap during those transitions and get free DPS while he's recovering. Next up is Mustard Bomb. Whenever Omega uses his attack, it creates one of the best openings in the entire fight. During Mustard Bomb, he's completely locked into animation for about 5 seconds and cannot use any other move. This gives you a perfect window to unload damage. But just be careful about the AoE placement. If the bomb isn't targeting you, go all in and maximize your DPS. If it is on you, you've got roughly 3 seconds of aggression before you need to dodge away to avoid getting clipped. Next, I want to show you one of the core strengths of Dual Blades, its insane evasiveness. Even though this weapon outputs incredible DPS, it's so slippery that you can literally dance through Omega's attacks with perfect precision. In this clip you're seeing now, Omega opens up with Atomic Rays, but we cleanly sidestep the attack with a simple roll. No special setup, just pure timing, and immediately after, he follows up with lacing the area with Mortar Fire. And again, we sidestep right through it without taking a single hit. Now, here's where it gets wild, because we're stuck in a narrow choke point, and Omega fires Atomic Rays a second time, a situation where most weapons would get clipped, but instead, we use Demon Dodge to perfectly evade the beam. Whenever you perfect dodge a monster's attack in Demon mode, you trigger a special dodge animation that spirals forward and deals chip damage. Performing this perfectly activates Demon Boost mode, which temporarily powers your damage for 12 seconds. While you're in Demon Boost, every dodge you perform becomes a Demon Dodge, letting you weave through attacks while constantly outputting damage. This effect lasts until you sheath your weapon or the timer expires. It's pure aggression and survivability rolled into one mechanic. So even when we run out of stamina here, notice how we stay composed. We reposition, sprint out of the area, and Omega tries to finish us off with laser beam, but we're already 2 steps ahead, cutting to his side before the attack even connects. That's the beauty of dual blades. You're always in control. Next, let's talk about the DPS openings, because dual blades can take advantage of Omega's ineffective attacks better than almost any other weapon. So there are a few specific moves that gives you free damage windows. The first including Rocket Punch, Mustard Bomb, Atomic Rays, and Omega's Micro Drones. So in the clip below, you'll see me performing my standard Blade Dance combo right on top of him while he's summoning his Omega Micros, and I completely ignore them. I just stay locked in and keep attacking. And then right after that, Omega follows up with Rocket Punches, but it's fine because we're already in Demon mode. When you dodge in Demon mode, your dodge itself has a hitbox, so as the Rocket Punch reaches us, our Demon dodge connects and destroys it midair, letting us keep full aggression without losing rhythm. Then Omega tries to retaliate with Flamethrower attack, but again, because we're in Demon mode, our dodge precision is unmatched. We effortlessly slip through the flames, landing directly in a safe gap without overshooting, and that's the key point here. With dual blades, you don't just survive these attacks, you convert Omega's offense into your DPS windows. You maintain pressure, you stay mobile, and you punish every single mistake he makes. Don't let him get away with anything. Alright, let's look at some of Omega's patterns that you'll start to recognize the more you fight him. So in this clip, he immediately takes it to the air, drops a few mortar fires, follows up with a burst of lightning bullets, and then transitions into his laser beam attack. So once you've seen the sequence a few times, it becomes second nature to predict it. You'll basically start reacting preemptively, knowing exactly what's coming next, and that's where Dual Blades really shines. And then next, let's talk about the MRV missiles. Dual Blades actually has one of the easiest time dodging this move, mainly because of how fast it sheaths its sheathing animation is. And on top of that, we're running Quick Sheath 3, so it's extremely safe. You can quickly sheath, reposition, or even take the opportunity to heal your teammates. And when the missile lands, there's a brief gap. Thanks to speed eating, you can sip on a Mega Potion and top off your team's health before the next missile drops. You'll be surprised how much value that adds when things get hectic. And lastly, when an ally lands a mount, that is your cue to go fully aggressive. Run straight in and unload your Blade Dance combo on Omega's forelegs. That's the safest and most effective spot to maximize your burst damage while your teammate holds aggro. Next, let's talk about Omega's Thunder Bullet attack and revisit Atomic Rays just one more time. So when Omega uses the Thunder Bullets, if you're already in Demon mode, you can time a Demon dodge perfectly to trigger a perfect dodge, which immediately activates your Demon boost buff. And you can do the exact same thing with Atomic Rays, and both moves are a great opportunity to safely power up. Now, even though we're not running Evade window on this build, the dodge window is still very generous. It's not something I would rely on constantly, but as you can see in this clip, the timing is lenient enough that you can constantly proc Demon boost when you need it. And after this exchange, Omega transitions straight into Area 3, making the final stretch of the fight closer. And as you've probably noticed by now, the battle really isn't that complicated once you understand the patterns. Dual Blades has a clean answer to almost everything Omega throws at you. Alright, with that, let's move on to the DPS check, and I'll show you how to close out this hunt efficiently. Alright, now let's talk about the DPS check, and this part is actually very simple, so we're going to approach it the same way we always do in this fight. First, switch to your Coot light bowgun and paralyze Nursilla to lock her down, and then once she's immobilized, apply adhesive ammo to keep the damage going because it's gonna proc and explode. Then switch to rapid fire mode and finish her off quickly with your flame ammo. And if you want to play it safe, throw on a Rocksteady mantle so you don't get interrupted by any stray attacks. And if your teammates take damage during the sequence, don't forget you can still heal them thanks to wide range and speed eating setup from earlier. Overall, it's a clean, straightforward finish, simple execution, zero wasted motion, and full control from start to finish. Now, the last thing I want to mention to you is that when your life is in danger, you need to use Farcaster. So in the clip you're seeing now, we take a direct hit from Omega's Mortar Fire, and immediately after, he follows up with a Laser Beam, a deadly combo that can easily cart you if you panic. In these situations, the best thing you can do is use Farcaster. As soon as we recover from that hit, we instantly Farcaster out, resetting the fight entirely. Remember, as a DPS main, your greatest strength is offense, but your only real defense is your evasion. So when things get chaotic and your positioning breaks down, it's perfectly fine to retreat. Don't risk it. Just escape, reset, and re-engage on your terms. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire game plan. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it all comes down to execution. No gimmicks, no fancy mechanics, just 2 core combos and smart positioning. Master those and you'll melt Savage Omega every single time. Alright, with that being said, let's take a look at the equipment and decorations so you can copy the build, replicate the playstyle, and start farming Savage Omega efficiently yourself. Alright guys, well this is all the equipment, decorations, talisman, basically everything you need to do to copy this build completely. Just take a screenshot, pause the video, whatever you need to do so you can copy the build and the playstyle. Well, that's it for me. If you have any questions, just put it in the comments. If you need any kind of help, let me know, put in the comments. If for some reason like you don't have the correct talisman or like that's not working out for you, just post it in the comments and then we'll figure out some alternatives. And if you have any other requests, just let me know. I have a few other videos coming up and I have a few other requests, but I can make a few exceptions and maybe push some stuff up the list. All right, you guys take care and have fun. Enjoy yourselves.